I was involved in the first year players, FYP. I was involved in their spring and fall show as a first year. And then in my fourth year, I directed a show or assistant directed a show. So that was awesome. And then I was involved with the University Guide Service. So I was one of those kids giving tours to prospective families as well as historical tours on the lawn. And then what I really spent a lot of time doing was my involvement in the drama department. Arts experience, um, just in general, was everything that first year players was about. It wasn't quite the drama department yet. It was almost like drama 101 slash fraternity, sorority, uh, therapy, an excuse not to get your work done in the morning. And it was just so innovative and inventive. We had a shoestring budget. I don't even know if that's the case anymore. And we were making our sets ourselves. We were essentially putting on guerrilla style theater. It just so happened to be in a space, designated space. And every time we just put on such a great show and just had a lot of fun. So I think between first year players and University Guide Service tour development or personalization, those had to be some of my favorite arts experiences. I support UVA Arts because it's a duty, and I know that sounds um, patriotic, and I don't intend for it to be, but the arts saved me. It gave me focus. It gave me a safe space to explore who I really was or who I really am, and it allowed me to grow the confidence that I've since been able to use in the career that I have today. As an experienced designer, as a storyteller, as a vibe curator, working on entertainment offerings all over the world. The arts is about people. It's about empathy. It's about a responsiveness and a responsibility to others that hopefully has a social component, that has an emotional component, and that can be healing. So I didn't even connect those dots at the time. I just knew that it was fun. I just knew that I enjoyed it. It made me feel good. It made me feel like I belonged. Later in life, I would replace those words with, it made me feel like I had purpose. It gave me motivation, and it gave me a microphone to be able to affect people in a way that I couldn't in any other medium. And I was going down a different path. So the arts means everything. It's air. And the irony is that the arts isn't everything that we do, even if you aren't a creative person. Um, it's your ability to see the world dimensionally. Arts experience is like weaved into my career. I'm an experienced designer right now, and experience design is a term that really had morphed in the last couple of years. But before that, it was an performative art. It was a theme park designer. It was a visual artist. Experience design is creating emotions, it's storytelling in real space, and using all the tools at your fingertips to build a world and to create a vibe that has an emotional connection and hopefully makes money, and has a legacy that goes on and on way after you. And I connect all the dots back to third year, looking over my shoulder and seeing everyone else studying for their MCATs, and me worried about the show that I was learning my lines for, and realizing maybe pre-med wasn't for me. The arts is everything. It's the pathway to what I do now. And it wasn't a direct path, which in a fun way, isn't that what creativity is? There's no, it's not about causation. If you do this, then you get this and you build that. It's an amoeba of experiences, of choices that hopefully with confidence and repetition will allow you to grow and get to where you need to be. And for me, it's in the career that I have now, which I love, and that's storytelling, world building, and getting to work with theater kids who never grew up. me included. It's multidisciplinary. I mean, the arts,
Mhm.
that's what the arts is too. I mean, you the best artists, I think, are the ones that are students of the world and are looking, they're exploring where they fit in the world, and they're pulling from influences in all walks of life that are personal and honest to them. So they're honest about the work that they want to do or the work that they want to pursue, and they aren't afraid to find inspiration in the most random places. And the more random, the more innovative. That just makes for better citizens, right? People who are, at the very least, uh, knowledgeable but empathetic in
Mhm.
their knowledge, to know that there's so much more to learn. Your way is not the only way. There's different perspectives, literally, no pun intended. And the conversation is in the gray areas as opposed to what I'm pursuing or what I'm putting out to the world. Art is, and funk and like
Mhm.
music is the space between the lines. It should be, if you were to personify different disciplines. I mean, we've already talked about this. To me, the arts is air. It's part of everything that we do. So it's not a unique discipline or third child as it is the home in which we then figure out what we want to do with our lives and our careers and our purpose, in day to day. But if we were to distill it to a personification, right? The arts should be the member of your board, right? So if you think of UVA as a board table that has a seat for science, a seat for technology, a seat for engineering, for math, for architecture, even though architecture technically falls under design and you can connect it to the arts. The arts, based on that analogy, I think should have a seat at the table. It shouldn't be something that's an afterthought or brought in as a solution months or years later, to as a quick fix to fill a space or to get people motivated or to attract people. Those are all important as a marketing tool. But the arts and the development of curriculum and programming and entertainment, and mentorships, nonprofit organizations, all the tentacles that make it a 360 value to the students and to faculty. The thinking behind that needs to be at the board level, starting from the top down, starting from the inception. For any new development, for any new venture, how does the arts play into this? It's not saying that it's entertainment driven, but it's saying the arts informs what we're doing in the design, in the architecture, in the space planning, in the narrative, in the marketing, in the way that we can allow for it to be repeatable over time. It's almost critical. It's not even a choice at this point. So that would be my response, I guess, to the role that arts should play at UVA now and hopefully always.